What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode here at Trail Militia. So since we don't have either of the rigs are getting ready for SEMA, I decided to start a brand new section of the YouTube channel. And this section of the YouTube channel, basically what I'm gonna do is find rigs that either people really love or really hate, and we're gonna go talk to the people that own them, watch how they wheel, pretty much give you guys a breakdown of what they work with, you know, suspension, tires, motor, and then show you guys some beauty shots, a couple of drone shots, and then we'll move on from there. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. Our first guy is right behind me. I'll show you guys him shortly. Stick around. All right, guys, so we're gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna show you his rig, show you who he is. Some of you may know him. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Brett here with my 1983 Toyota pickup.
Damn, so there it is. Now we have our first guy that's gonna be, whatever you guys name this series, he's the first one. We're gonna dive into his tires, suspension, engine. Let's get it. All right, so first things first, let's break down tires and rims, dog.
We got the Mickey Thompson MTZs, and they're wrapped around a set of KMC Machete crawls.
Damn, and they have that drip, that highlighter orange. How do you like the tires so far, bro?
They've worked very, very well. No complaints about them. Looking to get another set, either that or, you know, maybe a newer set or something, the newer style.
What size did you say they were?
They're 40s. They're 40s
right.
on 17s.
So there you go, behind MTZs. I did a poll on this yesterday, and a few people actually did call out this tire. So that's what the MTZ looks like. Brett swears by it, and his rig's capable. So we're gonna dive into his suspension next. All right, Brett, I know that your suspension's pretty spicy, dog. Talk about it.
So you have a triangulated 4-link built by Unleashed 4x4, running 16-inch coilovers in the rear, Kings.
Dude, don't even talk to him, he said, unless you have them Kings on here.
And we have a TK1 sway bar to keep it all stable and balanced and everything like that. Really, really loving the sway bar. It actually drives better than linked in the rear than it was on leaf springs.
All right, so we just finished up with the rear. I mean, it's a triangulated
4-link,
and then it's got King shocks. We're gonna move up to the front.
So up front we have a 3-link with 14-inch coilovers, all custom built by Unleashed 4x4 George, running aluminum lowers.
Yeah, don't be calling me because I don't know how to do this shit. Okay? It's Unleashed 4x4.
Unleashed 4x4, man. So we got the solid aluminum lowers because I bent the steel ones way too many times, so we went solid aluminum on that. And we have the 2-inch King air bumps.
Nice. Dude, nice and tucked. Look, you can't even tell. You can't even tell he's a baller, but he's a baller. What about your arms?
I'm not a baller.
And these are all Heim joints.
Yep.
I mean, you can't even tell he uses it. Look at it. Look at it underneath carriage. No problems. Your power plant, what are we working with? The V8, right?
Biggest motor around. Good old 22RE. I did convert it from a 22R to a 22RE, but I'm in the works of doing a 3RZ. So having my buddy Ed's 4x4, he's gonna build me a 3RZ. And
so for the people that don't know, why would you swap to a 3RZ? What's the benefit?
Because this thing's got like 40 horsepower. Okay. So I'm hoping Ed will build it to about 200 on the 3RZ. So it's a 2.7 liter Tacoma 4-cylinder. Okay. So hopefully, you know, I don't need too much. Just need more to be able to move. Yeah. And does that does your tranny mount right onto it and all the others? So I'll be upgrading the transmission at that time also. I'll go with a Marlin Crawler W56. You know, still I'll keep the dual cases, the dual Toyota cases. Yeah. You know, but yeah, that's the plans. Yeah. Yeah, because if you guys know, the 22RE is a really love the motor, but it lacks in power. The torque's not really there. A lot of the trucks that do have them, most of it is gearing and transfer cases to get the trucks to move. So the 3RZ is a very common motor that goes into these buggies, and if not, then usually it's an LS or a 350, something like that. If you guys know Jaime, he has his Toyota on an LS, and it just depends. You know, it depends on what you want. Because the 3RZ is a 6, right? 4. Oh, it's still a 4? Still a 4. Oh, nice. But I just want a little bit more power. And the way George built everything, I don't want to redo the shock towers or anything, so I have a narrowed space to work with. If you look at, you know, yeah, if you look at the front end, yeah, see, so it dives into the center. So an LS is I'll have to redo the suspension, have George tear it all apart again, and so the 3RZ fits in. It'll fit. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna make it fit. So. Yeah. Anything else that you've done to suspension up here, or that's pretty much it? That's pretty much it. You know, I mean, I'm running the full hydro PSC. With the Artec mount. Okay. You know, upgraded the axle shafts, running the reed knuckles, Yukon U-joints. Right on. That's pretty much it. And then shave Dana 60 and shave, oh no. That was my next question, go ahead. Yeah. So talk about your axles then. The front is a Kingpin Chevy Dana 60. George had never shaved a front Dana 60, and I told him to start with a 14 bolt in the rear, and then he shaved the front. I absolutely love the clearance that it gave me. So the front and rear are both shaved. Right on. ballistic front.
And that's just so it's more clearance, right? Yeah, they're usually a bigger pumpkin.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
So the rear's a D60 also?
The rear is a 14 bolt.
Oh, it's a 14 bolt.
Yeah, 14 bolt. The front Dana 60 is welded for now. Just gets expensive when you're building it.
Yeah.
And the 14 bolt has a Detroit in the rear.
What gears are you running?
538s.
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 Yeah, it's for that 22RE.
Yeah.
Keep it fed for sure. But you do claim it drives really good on the street.
It tracks really, really well.
Okay.
Really, really, really good. It's better than when I was on Leaf Springs Chevy 63s in the rear.
Okay.
It drives amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the technology you have up here in the front.
Inside, I mean, I'm just running the Mob Armor mount to hold the cell phone.
Very important. That's very important.
I am running an S-Pod, so I got rid of all the aftermarket wiring and everything, even from the previous owner. I've had the truck about maybe 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
And the previous owner had stuff spliced, this and that, and I spliced onto that, and it was just getting crazy. So I gutted everything out, got all the accessory wiring out, and went S-Pod. And honestly, I tell everybody, go S-Pod, go Switch Pros, do something along those lines, because it's going to clean up your wiring significantly.
Right. Yeah, I agree. We've wired the Gladiator, and it honestly does keep everything nice and neat. But his interior, obviously, it's used. You know, so when you're building something like this, you know, it is 9 years in the making. So yeah, I mean, he went his route. We're going to talk about his cage shortly. Give us a sec. All right, so we did suspension, tires, motor. First of all, did you buy this mint?
I did not buy it mint. I bought it already wrinkly. Everybody always tells me like, oh dude, you destroyed a first gen. No, I bought it with body damage already. The A pillar was already wrinkly. I just continued to make it more wrinkly, and then the cage came after.
Nice. Where'd the cage come from? 2
of my close buddies built it. One was George, Unleashed 4x4, and the other was Jeremy, Whiskey Bent Hellbound. Both on Instagram. Both build like great stuff.
Okay.
You know, so the two of them, some of it's rolled, some of it's bent. You know, so the front end is rolled. You know, a couple bends, but it's got a nice little roll to it. Same thing with the upper portion of the cage.
And it's all hooked up to your body, right?
It's all hooked up, you know, to the frame. It's all, you know, tied in.
Yeah.
But, you know, I still got more plans for it, man. I'm gonna boat side it. I'm gonna cut it up and boat side it. You know, French in some rectangular tubing, but one thing at a time.
Yeah,
I need more power.
Yeah. Right now, let's solve the power issue, but it works, right?
It works.
Yeah.
I mean, it does everything it needs to. You know, when I ran through some of the stuff out here, actually in Lake LA, you know, when I ran some of the stuff out here, I mean, it definitely comes through. You know, even when I laid it on its side last week at San Hollow, you know, it always comes through. You know, fresh marks.
Yeah.
You know, so I went with an exterior cage because I'm a big dude, and if anybody knows first gens, they know there's no room inside. So
yeah.
I do have an interior cage. It is an old school all pro cage, very basic. So now I just use it for accessories.
Nice.
I use it for my harnesses. I use it for, you know, obviously my happy Halloween decorations, but more so to hold the cell phone mount and a handlebar, you know, for passengers.
Yeah, the real cage is up top.
You know, the real case that's going to save my life and everything like that is on the exterior.
Right on. Yeah, so that's a solid build for the case. And then we're going to look into what he carries when we're out on the trail. He'll show you as he has a ton of stuff in the back, and then we'll get going. All right, Brett, so I did notice you had a couple drive shafts back here.
Yeah, when you blow a drive shaft, so I'm still running factory Toyota drive shafts. They're just upgraded tubing. The front is actually a trail gear kit, and then we just add on the tubing as we need to for the length. And the rear, I'm running factory stuff off of an IFS Toyota, so I think it's 86 to 95 U-joints and everything like that. So I carry spares because the T-cases are built, they're Marlin output, 30 spline output. Obviously the 1-tons are very strong. Something's got to give somewhere. I'd rather blow a drive shaft and not have to worry about it. So I carry 2 spares, one for the front, one for the rear, mounted them up real nice. You know, so it's ready to go whenever I need it. I call them my fusible links.
Nice. Yeah, what else do you carry usually with you?
So in the toolbox, I carry a spare alternator because this year on the Rubicon, I bought a brand new alternator, put it in. I run the GM 1-wire. It went out that very next day after I put it in on a Tuesday. Wednesday, when we hit the trail, it went out. We were very, very strapped for electricity and power. So I carry a spare GM alternator in here. I carry spare U-joints. Even though I carry 2 spare drive shafts, I carry spare U-joints for the drive shafts. I also carry, even though I'm running the Yukon super joints, I carry a spare Dana 60 shaft and U-joint inside as well. I carry a spare computer, I carry a spare belt, all the fluids that I need, steering fluid, so Swepco, I carry radiator fluid or coolant, oil, of course.
So basically, if you're in a pinch and he's here, that's who you come and find. Especially if you're in a Toyota.
But just know I'm gonna come snatch the shit off your rig if I need it.
Exactly. No, but you know, like Brett says, he's had this situation, so now he carries it, so he doesn't have to deal with it again. Because that would suck. Drive out to Rubicon and deal with something like an alternator issue after you replace it. But again, you never know. And then he normally does carry a cooler. This one's mine, but he normally has a VL like 40 or 45, right?
The issue that I ran into is when you don't have the alternator charging your battery, I run a fridge when I go on the Rubicon. I don't want to deal with ice or anything like that. When you start running into electrical issues, I'll change an alternator no problem, because now I have nothing to cool all of my food for the trip for the week. Yeah. So that's what got me to buy another one or have this one rebuilt. Actually, George's dad, he does alternators, starters, rebuilds, all of that stuff. So I took it to his shop and he rewound it, made it 100% again. So now I carry that one as a spare. And then recovery gear wise, what do you carry? You got a I seen that you have a winch up there. I do have a winch. I carry a couple straps. This is just the solid strap. I have a bubba rope in there. I have a tree saver. I have carry like 6 D-rings, 3 snatch blocks. There you go. And I've used them all. You know, I've used them all in one point. You know, we were up in Big Bear. One of the actually George, Unleashed, his Tacoma fell off the side of the mountain in the snow. Nice. We all had to pull each other out. You know, it was a long night, but we all got it done, and all those snatch blocks came through. Yeah, came through. Yeah. So I'll show you what his winch looks like up front. But yeah, I mean, again, he's very prepared. I mean, you think about it, he has this built rig. He knows pretty much he's gonna be able to get in and out of places, but you never know what's gonna happen. You never know if somebody else is not prepared on trail. So it's nice to be able to help out and make sure you're prepared. Again, recovery points everywhere. He's got a winch there. Everything else is in the box. The latest thing that I started carrying, when George built the rear suspension this year, he got the front lowers and the front lowers and the rear lowers within an inch. I carry one. Oh, I did see it, yeah. I carry one lower that's adjustable enough for the front and the rear. Nice. So just to get you out of a pinch. Get me out of a pinch. I've broken a lower before, and I learned my lesson. Right on. So that pretty much wraps up his breakdown. We'll hit him with what he's gonna do next, and then we'll wrap it up here. We'll go do some driving, show you some drone shots, show you it boogieing a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Stay tuned. All right, Brett, so we wrapped up the rig. I know you talked about a few of your plans, but let's give them a real quick breakdown once again. The plans are bigger motor, new transmission, because I'm still running an L52. It's a Marlin trans, but it's an L52, and if you know Toyotas, it's not a good transmission. This one's done me solid. I bought it 8 years ago, used, still in the truck, and it's running 1 tons and everything. But to handle the extra power, stuff like that, I'm not going to rely on the L52, so I'm going to do the 3RZ, the W56, and then I plan to change up the cage a little bit and boat side it just to give me more clearance, so that way the sliders aren't holding me up, everything like that. I think at about there, that should be about it. Nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much what his build looks like. We're gonna go get some hot boy shots. We're gonna go drive it a little bit. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, Brett's also competing in Crawl Wars. He's gonna take all you guys' lunch money. A lot of people have been saying he's the one, bro. He's the one. He's Neo from the Matrix. That's what they said. That's what they said, dog. We'll see, man. Yeah, we'll see. There's some good rigs, and there's some good rigs and a good competition. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. If you haven't seen Crawl Wars, go check it out. There's a previous episode that kind of explains the brief basics of it, and then more information will be coming. But we're gonna go drive, enjoy the beauty shots.
All right, team, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the beauty shots with Brett. That wraps it up here. We just pulled up at the air up station. Again, if you're building a rig like this, it took him 9 years to get to this point. So take your time, build it correctly. Yes, a lot of these components are really expensive, but again, it takes time. And once you get there, you get to reap the benefits. Brett, you got anything else for us, dog?
I just want to thank everybody that helped me build it, man. From Tony to Edgar to George with Unleashed 4x4, Jeremy, Whiskey Bent Hellbound, Rockstar Garage helped me with some of the parts. I just want to thank you guys all for helping me make this where it's at, or get it to where it's at right now. Other than that, you know, we'll catch you guys at Crawl Wars. Come check us out, middle of November 13th, 14th. We'll be out there, man.
Thank the wife, dude. Thank the wife.
And the wifey, man. I gotta thank her so much for giving me the opportunity to come out, do all this stuff. We just had a newborn. We have a newborn, so
yeah. So yeah, shout out to Brett again. Took his time to come out here with me to film, get you guys some content, and that's his Toyota, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, Crawl Wars, November 13th. Come check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. See you guys later.